I'll like adjust my teeth.
Hi, welcome to One Side of the Coin. I'm your host, Steveo the Gamer. With me as always is my co-host, Mackattack.
Shut up.
Okay, tonight,
Move this.
what?
There.
Oh, so we don't get feedback. Okay,
Volume.
so tonight we got a special show that we are going to be talking about vampires for Genesis Battle of Champions. I swear to God, I'm not gonna make out these damn things.
True comedy.
Anywho, so before we get into our main topic today, what is your problem? What's your problem? You suck. Are you okay?
Fuzzy peaches.
Can we do this?
Fuzzy peaches.
Fuzzy peaches?
Get the puck off the ice.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you good to go?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay, so before we get into our main topic tonight, what's going on in the world of Genesis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't. Anyway, they're gone. I can't do it. Can't do it.
That's a nice stick take.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So the world of Genesis. A few things I wanted to touch base on. First off, thank you very much to Haunted Castle Gaming for giving us Genesis Battle of Champions, a game that we love so much. We really appreciate it. Second and foremost, we have a huge announcement to make for One Side of the Coin, right? So, who's that?
That's Kenny.
That's Kenny, yes. We have a new tech guy helping us out. Kenny Jared, as we call him here, one of our community members. Also, too, he's not only helping us out with our One Side of the Coin streaming, he is also taking care of the Geo, right? Am I correct?
Yep.
Yes. So he's going to be doing all the new programming for the Geo site for Genesis, which is the site that takes care of all the in-store tournament play or how would I say this?
Takes care of most of the tournaments.
Most of the tournaments, yeah, that are run either on a local level or major events such as the circuits or in the upcoming case of the championship in November. So congratulations to Kenny. Yay! So we're really proud to have him on board and helping us out. As you can already see that our stream is looking a little bit nicer. We're hoping to try to get a little bit of progression.
Yeah, the quality looks beautiful.
It does.
Right
It looks
here.
really nice. Eh? It's super awesome. And of course, customers as soon as we start streaming.
Alexander Miller says, I think
You're
he
definitely
has some dental issues. Oh.
I think you need a tissue there.
I think you have dental issues. Yeah. Oh, here, you need
Yeah,
that.
give
There
that.
you go. You can take that.
Thanks.
Yes.
I kept him in longer than he did, so it's okay. I'm proud of that one.
Perfect. So thank you to Kenny for helping us out here on the stream. It looks beautiful, and we're going to progress further on that. So other things, we were hoping to do Patreon tonight. However, it has not arrived. So as always, Haunted Castle is not really known for getting this stuff out on time. So we have to kind of wait. So hopefully by next Thursday we'll be able to do the Patreon show. And I think that was about it that I really had to say. So so we want to get into our main topic tonight. I think you may have to leave stream for a minute. Can you go? Thanks. So we're going to get into Mackattack's going to leave for a second. We're going to get into talking about the Origins champions. We're primarily going to be focusing tonight on the 3 vampires in the game. So Origins has given us some new champions, 3 of them being elves, 3 being fairies, 3 being vampires, and we have 3 more humans that have entered into the arena. But tonight we're just basically going to be focusing on the 3 vampires. So the first one is Shoon, and the second one being Sarah, and the third one being Kasha. So, and then obviously their alternate arts for the champion cards. Okay, so we see Kasha. She has 140 aura, no energy reduction, 22 health. She is Bellum Chaos, which is one really cool thing that I like, that all the vampires are chaos. Kind of gives that feeling of the death, the destruction behind of what a vampire represents. So super cool about that. She does have an action. The sets are 190, drafts are 185. Or sorry, 180. So she has an action cast. It's not an attack, it's an actual cast where she, a target champion or summoned in her awareness loses 1 health and she'll gain 1 health. And then she has the blood convergence, which is continuous. Whenever you play an ability that costs life, you gain 1 life. Super awesome. And then we have Sarah, no energy reduction, 150 aura, but only 18 health. Now she's with Phage and Chaos. Swift drain attack of 1, where target champion or summon and her awareness loses 1 life and gains 1 life. And then she has the blood craving, ally summons gain Carrion Feast. And Carrion Feast is if this summon kills a summon, it gains 1 life. And then last but not least, we got Shoon, sitting at 90 aura, 2 energy reduction, 20 health, has a swift fire attack of 3, or an action drain attack of 2, where target champion or summon in his awareness loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And then the triggered bloodthirst at the end of the round. If you did not gain life, you lose 1 life. So we're going to break these down. We're going to start off with Shoon. So Shoon. That awareness has that triangle awareness, is super awesome. We don't see that too often with champions. I think the last one we'd seen with this was Rain. It gives a little bit more versatile as far as where he can hit, and can't be flanked very often. So with that fire attack of 3 at swift speed, it's going to kind of offset your opponent from bringing summons in from the side, whereas you're going to be able to respond to your flanks and do some damage that way. The drain attack at action speed, it's a little bit slower. However, it makes sense, that goes with the bloodthirst. So where you have to gain life, if not, you're going to lose life at the end of the round. So that drain attack is going to boost your life and also reduce whether it's your opponent's champion or their summon down by 2, and you're going to go up and you're going to prevent that bloodthirst from triggering off and losing life. The one real big issue that I have with Shoon is the fact that he only has 90 aura. Now, myself personally, I'm a champion player that prefers to have a bit higher aura base, right, for resources. However, he does have the 2 energy reduction. The 2 energy reduction is going to help him out, especially with being in Thymos and Chaos. So with Thymos, you're going to get a lot of energy cards such as Knockback, Spinning Back Fist for some damage, and you also have big huge ones like Volley of Arrows and Headlock. And then he's also going to have some really good movement because of the energy reduction. It's going to reduce the cost of diving, juke, and jump as well. So he's going to be able to move into a certain position and be able to do a little bit more damage, especially with the use of Headlock. At the cost of 2, you're doing 3 damage and you're getting that 8 fatigue in. Super great for Shoon. For an extra resource, you're looking at Hearty Soup and potentially Snare. So Snare is really good with him. It's going to reduce that cost of 5 energy down to 3. You're going to lock down something that you're going to want to do damage to, especially when he needs to gain the health. Right? Hearty Soup as well, he's going to gain that health and prevent that trigger from going off, and he's also going to gain an additional energy reduction to bring down the bigger end stuff, such as like headlock, volley of arrows, down a bit on the energy side. So we have for the Thymos side. For the Chaos side, you're definitely going to be wanting to use Vampiric Kiss. Again, Vampiric Kiss is one of the original cards which recently got a reprint in Origins. It's got a 6 energy cost. It's a little bit on the high side, but Shoon will bring it down to the 4, where you're going to do 3 drain attack or drain damage, and you're going to gain 3 life on top of it. Malefic Impalement, because of the energy costs on that, he has access to it with that line of sight attack. Bite on your lower end, you're gaining life. It's a drain attack for 1. It's a simple 3-chi balance. And then I'm also recommending for aura use, you're looking at potentially Wave of Death, Nullify, Deceit, and then if you're looking at some really good beefy summons, you're using Emergent Worm and Inferno Crawler on top of that. It's pretty easy to determine, especially there's not too much coming through. We're seeing not a lot used from any of the previous sets. I know a lot of people are focusing on Origins and a lot of the really amazing cards that have come out of this set. However, you can also take into consideration on the Aura side, you could use Meteorite on it, or if you want to take Thymos's bigger like blitz summons, such as what's it called? Baruch is a good one. To use up some of that aura, you don't want to waste all of your resources just due to energy. However, his aura is very limited, and he's not going to have a lot of really high aura costing summons on the battlefield, or sorry, in the arena. So we're going to move on and take a look at Sarah. Okay, so Sarah, Chaos, and Phage. The 150 aura is a dead giveaway that she's going to be a summoner, more or less, or spellcaster in that sense. It's 175. She's going to be having a lot of really big summons on the field, so she's not seeing a lot of attention. I think a lot of people are kind of
trying to use your Death Companions.
Death Companion. Yeah, Death Companion can be used. It's one that I didn't really take into consideration. I have issues with Death Companions at the moment. I know Kenny's probably going to give me a dirty look on this one, but
I love Death Companions.
I know a lot of people love Death Companions. The only issue I have with Death Companion is the life, right? 3 health. What's that?
Chat.
What happened to Mackattack? Oh, she's taking care of a customer at the moment. That's my son, Moosey Moose Hot Dog.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi Cam, by the way. How you doing? Thanks for watching, bud. So yeah, as a summoner, I look at some of the really amazing Phage summons that have come out of Origins. First off, Caustic Millipede. Right? I can't stress enough how amazing this summon is for Phage. The fact that it gives the decay to champions, and yeah, once you get that decay on, and it's just a walk in the park after that. This thing's doing 4 damage, which is electric, and it's 2 forward awareness. So it would be an absolutely amazing summon. And then we're looking at what we've been nicknaming the coronavirus, giving the electric brand. 3 damage, but it's the awareness on both of these summons, right, to be used with her. And then I threw in Winged Elate because of the Conjurer Vegyuda. It can just keep spawning. It has the flight, 3 electric attack as well, which you could potentially throw in an electric pillar as well. So, but welcome back, Mackattack.
Hi.
On the Chaos side, once again, like I had said for Shoon, you're still looking at Emergent Worm or Infernal Crawler. I would go more heavy on the Infernal Crawler. Deceit, Nullify, Wave of Death. You may want to stay away from Wave of Death too much if you're playing her as a summoner. Again, not as many of the energy cost cards though, so you'd be taking out Drain Attack, Malefic, Impalement. Yeah, it's an absolutely amazing card, but I wouldn't play it as heavily with her because of the cost on it. Unless you're throwing in, of course. Well, you can't throw that in. Sorry. With the rest of my chaos cards. Oh, that was it. So, and again, with her as well, you can use stuff like Meteorite on the older side, right? For any of these champions, because they all are chaos, right? So, I would definitely recommend putting her on the back bench kind of thing. Casting out a lot of these heavier, big giant, especially the Infernal Crawler. We're seeing a lot of timelines coming out. But not being played with these champions, right? So that's one thing that I really wanted to focus on is we're not seeing a lot of vampires being played right now, right? So out of all 3 of them, I've dabbled a little bit on Kasha, and I know my son Cam did as well. We were working on a timeline prior to going to Gig Harbor, right? And he kind of bounced into doing Alta instead, right? So. But I think the vampires are kind of getting pushed aside a little bit, and it's like, why? When there's so many really good timelines that could potentially be built. It's just a matter of what you're putting into them and how you're playing them, right? And the last one I wanted to look at was Kasha.
I mean, hang on one sec. Going back
Sure.
to Sarah there.
Yeah.
I think people don't play her as often because of her health.
Her health.
Her health is low, but it's like with the ability she's gotten, she's like gaining life. I mean, it kind of like adds up, and it's more worth it in the end. Because it's like you play so much.
It is.
And her aura's really heavy too.
She does have that drain attack where she can do the 1 damage and then she's gaining the health back. And she does have a lot of the good life gaining resource or cards.
Get out of the red.
What's that? I know, I keep picking up Thymos. I wonder why.
Put down.
Because I love Thymos.
Thymos Chaos Love, baby.
Yeah.
Still waiting for him to get that tattooed on him.
So stuff like Bite is a good one, and then we had there they all are. Okay, my cards got all mixed up. Where'd it go? Vampiric Kiss. See, I knew there was a reason why I picked up Thymos because it's in there. And we also have a Vampiric Kiss, right? That'll be able to give her that ability to regain that health and still keep the momentum of summoning, using her aura to actually summon the big beefier guys. And you want to be utilizing her as a summoner, I think, primarily because of the Carrion Feast, right? So you put this thing on the battle or in the arena. He's already doing 6 damage. He's gonna kill something, and he's gonna gain a life and go from 6 to 7 in a heartbeat, right? That blood craving Carrion Feast ability is super amazing, right? It's just there's so much threat of AOE and whatnot, but she has the aura to support these big giant beefy summons. Like it's unfortunate that stuff like Primordial Force, because it's actually Thymos Chaos, right? So, but think of it if it had Phage in it, right? Like that thing would be unstoppable, right? With the use of Sarah, right? But so you look back at some of the other really strong, powerful Chaos summons, and there wasn't a whole heck of a lot of them being used, right? So. But then you can also utilize stuff like you look back, you got Lulu Corporal, right? Which I stress a lot that it's a really good card, and it's overlooked a lot, right?
Yeah.
So the beckoning condition it's only cost 10 aura, and if your opponent doesn't sacrifice 3 life, whether it's on the champion or summon, it stays on the field, right? So it's kind of forcing the hand of the champion, right, to whether or not they want those Lulus on the field. And to cast it for only 10 aura, but it does 3 dark damage right on top of it. Like, the thing is super good, right? Yeah. Kasha. Kasha's my primary pick, all because of Bellum, right? Like, Bellum in Origins has gotten a huge uptick, especially when you see stuff like this. And now we also have this, and this thing's becoming a thing, and then this combination's becoming a thing. It's just like Bellum is like going wild and crazy, right? So, however, a lot of people are more looking at, say, Coon. There's still, Nubia's still a thing, kind of a little bit on the side, so to speak, but Kasha's kind of getting overlooked. Now, you put any kind of combination with these new Origin cards for Bellum. Let's not even talk about like Bullshot, even though Bullshot is not really considered for Kasha because she doesn't have the energy reduction. Still 4 energy, but Bullshot's still an amazing card, right? All day long. So you could still primarily throw Bullshots in here, especially if you're using the rope, right? Longman, I was overwhelmed by this thing. I didn't think it was going to be really good when I first took a look at it. However, the fact that it has that double forward awareness, doing 5 damage, and it can push, right? So, super good. 19 aura. Kasha can handle it. Attack from a distance in case you're facing up against something similar, say like the Rogue Tornado, can stay out of those hit those awarenesses and still be able to hit and push them away on top of it. Right? Really good card for Bellum that came out of it. So and then again on the Chaos side with the combinations of these, you got Rogue Tornado, and then I was running Wave of Death on top of it, Nullify, and the Deceit as well. I can't stress these cards enough on how good they are.
They're also purple.
What's that?
So they're also purple.
They're also purple because it's Chaos.
Yeah, I know.
It's
but
chaos.
even the artwork's like they're so overly purple.
Yeah. Exactly. So and another thing is you can always throw this kind of weird combination in here as well. So I know we had mentioned it briefly before on last week's stream about the Aura Purge and the I think it's Earth Fissure, where the line of sight using Kareen, right? However, think about the Rope Tornado and Aura Purge. So Rope Tornado is going to do the 4 damage, right? 4 air damage to everything in Rope Tornado's awareness, and then you get to place them. So you do the damage, you let the damage resolve. In response to the trigger, you place an Aura Purge on them, right? And then you pull them off the Aura Purge. Sorry, I gotta put it back on the screen. You pull them off of the Aura Purge, they're losing the 8 aura, right? And then, especially if you're playing multiples, you can keep going on. Which is another great combo for Aura Purge. Or I think we're going to see a lot more Aura Purge used. It wasn't used heavily at first because of the cost of 5. It does have 6 health, which is a lot higher than, say, the majority of the new trap cards that have been given to us in Origins. So. But then you get all the other crazy nonsense that we had talked about too. One I did not mention was the Cackling Scavenger as the protector. So summons and its awareness cannot play attack abilities. So you throw a couple of them around you or behind you, preventing attacks coming through.
Yeah. Oh, those things are gross.
Yes, and he does 5. He has 5 fire damage on top of it, right? For only 15 aura. Super really good. Which you could also put in with Sarah as well. I got a mess of cards all over the place.
But it's so funny because it kind of looks like it a little
It is.
bit. Is it?
Yeah. That's the Cackling Scavenger.
Looks like a more beefy boy. Oh, look at the one in the bag. He's so funny looking.
Oh, right there in the very bottom. I never noticed that. That's super awesome. So I haven't, outside of Kasha, I haven't really built timelines on the other. Where'd they go? Oh, Shoon. I haven't really built any timelines yet based on Sarah or Shoon yet. I plan on it. I'm hoping to maybe sometime this week get some timelines built on them. Maybe jump online onto the show here, do some deck techs, and talk about it a little bit further. But I want to know what you think as far as the 3 new vampires. Has anybody out there really built any really amazing timelines? We want to hear, right? So reach out to us. You can always email me or message me and let me know. Right? Love to hear about it.
This card is so broken, it's so bad. Yes. No, I didn't. What happened?
Would you put your teeth back in? What's that? No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So yeah. Again, it's like we're seeing a lot of Coon. We're seeing Core still. Some of the older champions that are still hovering in that championship spot, more or less, because of last. She actually did put it back. Because of last year's championship, those are the main champions that were being used. However, with the struggle that we're building new timelines with the new champions, are people going to let go of those old ones? Right? It's a matter of opinion as far as what's gonna out battle the other, I guess would be the best way to say it, right? So Coon's ability, like his movement ability, is so powerful, so strong. It's already been proven, kind of thing. So, however, it's trying to pinpoint a way to stop him, right? So, I think that potentially one of these vampires could, right? I would say more so Kasha than the other two, but you never know, right? So, he can't outrun massive swarms, depending if he's playing his AoE or not, depending on how fast you can rebuild your swarm, or you counterattack them with drains, like just massive amounts of drains, even potentially try and fatigue out, say, with Shoon, because of that energy reduction using headlocks. But you got to get up close with Shoon. It's a mandatory thing. And again, Sarah's health is so low, she's risky. However, Kasha, 22, even though she doesn't have the energy reduction, she's got that really amazing aura of 140 to withstand and hold on to her resources a little bit better. So, but anyway, so yeah, that's our opinion. Let us know what you think. Really appreciate it. Be sure, if you have not checked out Genesis Battle of Champions, check it out at www.genesisbattleofchampions.com. You can get all the information about the gameplay, the lore, everything.
Read the lore.
Read the lore. I'm behind in the lore. I gotta get caught up.
I'm really behind on it.
Really behind.
I've read like the first 3.
The first 3. Yeah. So I want to give a quick apologies out to Andrew from the Cardboard Cohorts. I know he sent me a message. He had built his very first timeline ever, right? So out of the box that we had sent him, he did send me his list. I did see it, Andrew. I apologize. I haven't really had a chance to take a closer look at it. The only one thing I see right off the bat, your card pool is really, really high. So in a competitive scene, you're not going to be wanting to use as many due to draw ratios. It's a key thing in the game when building a timeline. Try to go higher on some things, a little bit less on others, unless you've come up with a really, really super amazing combo where you're going to need a lot of multiple cards. And I know you built it with Core, so you're looking at Chaos and Axon. Need card draw. Definitely, you're going to want to look at Epiphanies, right, that are more dedicated studies. and then potentially from Origins, you're going to look at warping. You want some momentum and movement, and then your death with using chaos, right? So, but I'll definitely break it down a little bit more, and I'll send you a reply back as soon as I get a chance. Been really busy because we have some releases coming up this weekend for Magic, Pokemon, etc. So it's kind of got me bogged down a little bit with getting that stuff ready. So. Or either that, I'll pass it on to her, and she can reply to you. I don't know whether or not she'll be able to break it down though.
I'll let him reply. I'll deal with the product.
Okay. What? You got school? You're gonna work all weekend? Probably not. I didn't think so. But anyway. What?
I skipped school.
Skip school?
Yes.
No. No, I don't think so. You already missed
It's
it.
only the first week. You're barely
Oh, and I missed
started.
today.
And what's 2 days?
I go to school today.
Yeah, you didn't, because you had a meeting today.
And I got
Right.
my driver's license.
Anyway, yeah. So again, if you want to hear us talk about anything specific about Genesis Battle of Champions, let us know. Reach out to us. Leave a message in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all your support. How many are we up to now?
232.
We hit 232. Yes, it's getting there. Yay! Thank you so much. We
We were
appreciate
at
it.
222 this morning.
This
That's
morning,
shocking.
yeah, we gained like 10. Yeah, gained like 10 subscribers. Thank you. We appreciate all your support.
We're
And
getting
we
close
want
to
to.
250.
What's that?
We're getting up there, close
We're
to
getting
250.
close to the 250 mark. Yeah, super excited, and we want to give you guys the content that you want to listen to about Genesis. So if there's any specific topics, be sure to reach out to us and let us know. So, and once again, thank you to Kenny for helping us out, and we're gonna keep working on improving and getting the channel to look a lot better. Can't express it enough of how much we appreciate his help now. And again, thank you to Sid and Haunted Castle Games for Genesis. So on behalf of One Side of the Coin, I'm Steveo the Gamer.
Mackattack.
We will see you next week, same time, same Vampire channel. We'll see you in the arena. Bye.
Bye.